All right, we're looking at the 9800 GTX Plus 512 megabyte graphics card. Tell you what, you think this card is a little bit obsolete, kind of old? It's not true. It's still very powerful. It's actually the exact same card as the GTX 250, but it costs less. So if you're on a budget, this is the best card to get. It's awesome. It's actually a great deal right now. You're getting a good amount of performance, and there is no real difference between the new naming structure. They changed a few things, including the manufacturing process, but this performs just as well. Really nice card. Still supports DirectX 10.1, shader model 4.0. It even supports the latest GeForce 3D Vision glasses from NVIDIA, so if you want to do some 3D gaming, you can do it with this. You can also do CUDA. You can run these in SLI, up to 3 of them. So it's a very powerful graphics card, and it's a great deal right now. Now let's talk a little bit about the specs. I'm going to show you everything on it. First of all, I just want to point out that this is a dual DVI card, so if you have a VGA, it's not going to work. So dual links, they will work up to 25cc by 1600. Powered by dual 400 megahertz RAM DACs, and you do have a S-Video here that will go out to composites and do 1080i. Also important to note, this is a dual slot card. It's going to take 2 of your slots, and that's because it does produce a little bit of heat, and it's got a really awesome cooler right there. Now, let's talk about specs. First of all, PCI Express 2.0 is the bus, so make sure you're getting the right graphics card for your computer. PCI Express 2.0 will work with PCI Express. It is backward compatible, but you'll see maybe a 1% drop in performance. It's not really important. But as long as you have X16, make sure it's the full-size X16 length. Now, this thing's got a 675 megahertz core clock. It has 128 shaders. Those are clocked at 1690 megahertz, and it's got 512 megabytes of DDR3 memory. That's at 2200 megahertz, so pretty fast. 256-bit wide memory interface, so that's pretty good as well. Now, this card will support just about all the latest games. It will play pretty much anything at lower resolutions. On higher resolutions above 1680 by 1050, it's going to have a little bit of trouble on the more modern games, but it's still a great graphics card. Also, right over here, I don't know if you can see that right there. It does have that little link there for an SPDIF, so if you want to run audio through the DVI with an HDMI to DVI adapter, you can do that. So basically, you put the adapter here, it's going to give you multi-channel audio as well as full 1080p video plus if you're going out to a monitor through this port right here. But basically, it's for TVs that have HDMI. So that's there too. You do have an SLI bridge that you can add onto here if you want to run multiple cards in SLI. These cards have great scaling, actually. So the drivers have come so far that when you're running SLI on these 9800 GTX Pluses, you get great scaling, which is really good. They're very refined. They've been out for a while, so they've used them. It does have the pure HD video from NVIDIA, so that's really good if you're going to play Blu-rays plus do HD video and audio. And then another thing that's really cool about them is that if you are upgrading, let's say, an older PC, you don't want to have to upgrade your power supply. You maybe have a 500 watt or something like that. This only requires 450 watts of power, which means you probably won't need to upgrade your power supply if you just want to do some gaming. If you just want to get rid of your integrated graphics or your really crappy like Radeon HD or X300, like old video card that basically doesn't play any games. You want to upgrade to something that's DirectX 10 compatible, shader model 4.0 compatible, SLI, CUDA, physics, etc. This is the perfect card. It's affordable. It's still a really good card. It's definitely not obsolete in any way, shape, or form. Plays most of the games at very high settings, and it does let you do SLI if you want to upgrade in the future. So sweet card. It's a 9800 GTX Plus EVGA. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. See you guys next time. For more information on the EVGA GeForce 9800 GTX Plus graphics card, type in E145-9802 into any major search engine.